Overthinking. You know that moment. You're lying in bed, lights off, the room finally quiet. Nothing urgent, nothing dangerous, and suddenly your brain opens a file from 10 years ago. That awkward joke, that strange comment in a meeting, that message you wish you never sent. Why now? Because your brain thinks nighttime is perfect for running survival simulations. Congratulations! Your mind is doing exactly what evolution designed it to do. For most of human history, survival didn't favor the strongest humans. It favored the most cautious, the ones who noticed the branch snap, the ones who wondered, what if something is wrong? The ones who mentally rehearsed danger before it arrived. Anthropologists often describe the brain as a prediction machine. It constantly asks one question: what could go wrong next? 30,000 years ago, that question could save your life. A rustle in the bushes? Better assume predator. A stranger acting oddly? Better remember that face. The brain evolved to run threat simulations, tiny rehearsals of possible disasters. And the more scenarios it imagined, the better prepared you were. Here's the catch. That ancient software is still running today, but the environment changed. Your brain evolved for predators, rival tribes, and sudden storms. Now it faces awkward meetings, emails, and social pressure. Late at night, when everything becomes quiet, the system activates. It scans for threats, and if it finds none, it invents some. Your brain doesn't overthink, it over-prepares. Gossip. People say it's shallow, petty, pointless. But gossip may actually be one of the oldest survival tools humans ever developed. Long before social media, writing, or cities, humans lived in small tribes, usually between 50 and 150 people. In those groups, survival depended on cooperation. Food was shared, protection was shared, risk was shared. But one question always mattered. Who can you trust? Who shares resources fairly? Who steals? Who disappears when danger arrives? Knowing this could mean the difference between survival and disaster. Anthropologists call this reputation tracking, the human ability to monitor who cooperates and who cheats. Early humans talked about each other constantly, not out of boredom, but out of necessity. These conversations helped the group identify reliable allies and dangerous individuals. In other words, gossip acted like a social radar. It warned the tribe about cheaters and strengthened cooperation. Fast forward to today. The tribe is bigger, but the instinct is the same. Group chats, office talk, online drama. Your brain still craves social information because for thousands of years, information about people was survival information. Your curiosity about others isn't a modern flaw. It's ancient social intelligence still quietly running in the background. Sugar cravings. Imagine living 40,000 years ago. Food is uncertain. Some days you eat, some days you don't. You might walk for hours across dry land and find nothing but roots and tough plants. Then suddenly, color in the bushes, berries, bright, sweet, rare. Your brain reacts instantly. A powerful dopamine surge floods your system, pushing you to eat as much as possible. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Because in the prehistoric world, sweetness meant one thing: energy. And energy meant survival. Humans who craved sugar had a huge advantage. Those extra calories could carry you through long hunts, cold nights, or the next week of scarcity. Over thousands of generations, natural selection wired our brains to treat sugar like liquid gold. Fast forward to today. Your brain hasn't changed. The environment has. Now the berry bush isn't rare. It's everywhere. Supermarket aisles, vending machines, late-night snacks waiting quietly in the kitchen. Your brain still reacts like it discovered the last berries on Earth. The craving you feel isn't weak willpower. It's an ancient survival system doing its job. Your brain still believes winter might be coming. Meanwhile, you're just trying to watch a movie without finishing the entire bag of cookies. Fear of darkness. Humans are not night predators. In fact, compared to many animals, we are surprisingly bad at navigating the dark. Our vision fades quickly when the lights disappear. Our hearing is decent, but nothing special. Our sense of smell? Almost useless compared to most mammals. In the darkness, humans are not the hunters. We're the vulnerable ones. Now imagine standing in a prehistoric forest after sunset. The fire is dying. The wind moves through the trees. The world becomes shapes and shadows. Meanwhile, the real night specialists begin to wake up. Big cats with silent paws. Wolves that can track movement in near darkness. Hyenas that hear things we cannot. For early humans, night was not peaceful. Night was uncertainty. So the brain evolved a powerful response. When visibility drops, vigilance rises. Heart rate increases. Attention sharpens. Your mind starts scanning for movement. That strange alertness when the lights go out? That feeling someone might be watching you in a dark hallway. It's not imagination, it's a survival system activating. Your nervous system is designed to treat darkness as a potential threat zone. 30,000 years ago, that instinct could save your life. Today, it mostly activates when you're walking to the bathroom at 2 a.m. Your brain still prepares for predators, even if the only thing waiting in the dark is a hallway and a light switch. Hoarding instinct. Have you ever picked up an object, paused, and thought, I might need this someday? Maybe it's a cardboard box, an old charger, a strange tool from a project you barely remember starting. You hesitate, and instead of throwing it away, you keep it. Welcome to your inner prehistoric gatherer. For most of human history, humans lived in environments where resources were painfully limited. Nothing was mass-produced. Nothing was easy to replace. A tool could take hours, sometimes days, to make. A sharp stone blade, a carved spear tip, a piece of animal hide carefully stitched into clothing. Every object carried effort, time, survival value. Throwing something away too quickly could become a dangerous mistake. That cracked spear tip? Maybe it could be reshaped. That leftover hide? Maybe it becomes gloves when winter arrives. Our ancestors who kept potentially useful materials had a quiet advantage. When conditions turned harsh, storms, food shortages, cold seasons, they already had resources ready. Those who threw things away too easily? They sometimes paid the price later. Over thousands of generations, this shaped a subtle bias in the human brain: resource preservation. In simple terms, your brain dislikes wasting things that might still have value. Fast forward to today, instead of stone tools and animal hides, we have drawers full of cables, boxes full of random parts, closets hiding objects whose purpose we've long forgotten. And yet, something in your mind whispers, don't throw it away, just in case. From a modern perspective, it may look like clutter. But from an evolutionary perspective, your brain is doing something very old. It's preparing for the next harsh winter, even if that winter never comes. Emotional tears. Humans are strange. Among thousands of species on Earth, we are the only ones known to shed emotional tears. Not tears from dust, not tears from cutting onions, tears triggered by feelings. Sadness, overwhelm, relief. At first glance, it seems like a terrible survival strategy. In the wild, showing vulnerability could attract danger. So why would evolution allow something like crying? Because tears are not just emotion, they are signals. In early human tribes, survival depended heavily on cooperation. No one hunted alone for long. No one survived injury without help. So the human brain evolved ways to communicate distress quickly and clearly. A person crying didn't just show sadness, it signaled something urgent: pain, loss, fear, the need for protection. And the human brain responds almost automatically. Studies show that when people see tears, their empathy increases and aggressive impulses often decrease. something in our nervous system shifts. The moment tears appear, the emotional atmosphere changes. Voices soften. Attention focuses. People move closer. In evolutionary terms, tears act like an emergency broadcast system for the social brain, a silent message that says, "I need help." So when emotions overflow and tears appear, it isn't weakness. It's one of the oldest communication systems humans have, a signal that helped our ancestors survive long before words were enough. Betrayal memory. Few experiences hit humans harder than betrayal. A broken promise, a hidden lie, a friend who turns when things get difficult. And strangely, those memories rarely fade. Years pass, life changes, but the moment can still feel crystal clear. That's not an accident. For most of human history, people lived in small, tightly connected groups. Survival depended on cooperation, sharing food, defending the tribe, raising children together. But cooperation only works if people play by the rules. If someone cheats the system, the entire group becomes vulnerable. A hunter who secretly steals food, a guard who abandons the camp during danger, a partner who lies when trust is essential. One unreliable person could put everyone at risk. So the human brain evolved a powerful mental ability: cheater detection. Psychologists use this term to describe our natural tendency to notice unfair behavior and store it in memory with unusual clarity. Your brain marks that person, not out of revenge, but out of protection. The next time you encounter them, the memory quietly activates. Be careful, something wasn't right before. In evolutionary terms, remembering betrayal was a survival advantage. It helped our ancestors avoid dangerous alliances and choose better partners in the future. Forgiveness can be wise. Letting go can be healthy. But the reason betrayal lingers so strongly is simple. Your brain isn't trying to hurt you. It's trying to make sure the same mistake never happens twice. Nostalgia. Every now and then, something strange happens. You hear an old song, or notice a familiar smell, or stumble across an old photo, and suddenly you're somewhere else, a different year, a different version of you. That quiet, bittersweet pull is called nostalgia. For a long time, psychologists believed nostalgia was mostly sadness, a kind of longing for something lost. But modern research tells a different story. Nostalgia isn't just about the past, it's about identity. When the brain revisits meaningful memories, it doesn't simply replay events, it reconnects with the people, places, and emotions that helped shape who you became. In that moment, scattered pieces of your life begin to link together. Old friendships, shared laughter, hard lessons that changed you. Your brain is quietly reinforcing a powerful message. This is your story. And in a fast-moving world where everything constantly shifts, jobs, cities, relationships, nostalgia becomes something important, an emotional anchor. It reminds you that your life has continuity, that the person you are today didn't appear randomly. You were built from moments that mattered, people who mattered. So, when nostalgia suddenly pulls you backward in time, it isn't an escape from the present. It's your mind reconnecting the path that brought you here and reminding you that the journey still means something.